about Dallas, make it hurt.
Wow. Well. Oh, hey, it's late. Not gonna be long at all. But I promised that I would come on right after the pregame. After the show. And here I am, ladies and gentlemen, once again. Welcome to the one and only Big Time Show podcast that is being seen and heard live everywhere tonight, late from wherever you're watching. If you are a Dallas Cowboy fan, these are the games that we are used to throughout the years. These roller coaster games, these hold your heart type of games. If you are a alcoholic, you just became a greater one tonight. If you are a stressed out individual, just got stressed out even more tonight. If you have anxiety, you might need to go see the doctor on tomorrow. You might miss work. It's hard to recover when you go through the roller coaster like we just did on the night. But in spite of the roller coaster, what did we say before the game started? Especially since the Eagles lost yesterday and the 49ers lost. That was a prime way to gain a little advantage, at least to gain a game on both of them. You know that the bye is next week, and you had the opportunity to go 4-2 heading into the bye. And I don't know how y'all feel about it tonight. But 4-2 sure does sound better than 3-3. And no matter how ugly it looked, and it was ugly, no doubt about it, it was ugly. But you got to win ugly sometime. And tonight, we won ugly in spite of what went on. So I'm just happy to get the win. By hook or by crook. I didn't make a prediction for the score because, as I said before, I don't know what team is going to show up. Briefly, without really just going into the game, you have to tonight. I got to start it off by giving credit to Dak Prescott tonight. Not a Hall of Fame type game, not a Pro Bowl type game, not a All-Pro type game, not a game that you gonna put into the quarterback Hall of Fame game. Not a blue, not a tape for it. What he did do tonight, he was solid enough. Put it that way. He was solid enough. He did not make the big mistake like a whole lot of Cowboy haters wanted. And, though y'all in here, and I ain't even spoke to everybody, but hello to everybody that's joining in. Hey, even though we're doing this a real short one tonight, I need you guys to do what we do now. Come on, help your boy out. Got a lot of people in here. Share if you can. I also need you guys to hit that like button if you're on YouTube. You use the super chat. If you're on Facebook, you use the stars and everything else. But before we do all that, you guys already know you ought to be happy tonight, and you ought to at least, and it's no trick, but look, go ahead and hit that like button. Everybody, hit that like button in support of the podcast and in support of the Cowboys win tonight. No matter how much you didn't like the way we look, if you're a Cowboy fan, we like it. Hit that like button for me if you don't mind. Hit that heart button, like button, whatever. If you're happy about the win, no matter how bad it looked, hit that like button. I need to have a little bit more than what I'm seeing on tonight. I need you guys to be excited about the win. It could have been worse. Look, I promise you. And for a minute, it looked like it was gonna be worse. But hey, there you go. Hit it like I'm hitting it. If you're happy about being 4-2 rather than 3-3, go ahead and hit it real quick. Go ahead and look. It's all about likes tonight. All right, I'm watching right here on the likes, trying to get a gauge of where you're at. All right, let's go with it real quick. I'm gonna hit it first because I already know what the question is. If you like Dak Prescott tonight, go ahead and hit it. Let me see it. And that'll tell me what I need to know. If you like Dak Prescott, hit the like button or the heart button. God dang, y'all didn't like Dak Prescott? Okay. I see a couple. Okay. All right. Let me. I think I know why. Okay. I see a whole lot more. Okay. So you like Dak Prescott tonight? Okay. I'll get into that in just a second. All right. If you liked your defense tonight, hit that like button. If you liked your defense tonight, I'll start it off. I should see a whole lot of likes and hearts right here now. If you liked your defense, yeah, exactly. If you liked your defense, hit the like and heart button. Okay. Okay. If you liked the play of Marquise Bell tonight, go ahead and hit the like and heart button. I know a lot of you are watching ESPN now. I understand. I know you want to hear what CD is saying. I see you looking at that. Okay. Speaking of which, if you love the way that CD Lamb played tonight, go ahead and hit that heart and like button. Hit it. I hit it. All right. I appreciate that. Okay. All right. I appreciate it. All right, let's talk real quick. So the reason why you ought to like Dak Prescott tonight, reason why, two critical reasons. Number one, he did not turn the ball over tonight. And in a game like tonight, that would have been so crucial. As you saw what happened to Justin Herbert tonight. So Dak went 21 for 30, 272 yards, 1 touchdown. But most importantly, number two, he made the game-winning drive. No, it was not a touchdown, but he drove the ball after a blunder of a turnover. But, I understand what Tolbert was trying to do. He thought the ball had hit his teammate. And so he tried to get the ball. Of course, they turned the ball over, gave him the touchdown to tie the game. But Dak, from the kickoff all the way down, drove the team down, made a big-time drive. Brandon Aubrey, of course, made the kick. Clutch stuff. That's big. Didn't make the turnover. He was solid tonight again. 21 for 30, 272 yards, 1 touchdown. I did not like that he threw the ball a lot. He led the team in rushing as well. Dak Prescott, which is crazy. 7 attempts for 40 yards. And of course, he had the big touchdown early. I did not like that we couldn't get the running game going like I thought we should, but that's another whole story in itself. And I blame Mike McCarthy for that, to be honest with you. Not our offensive line. It's just the running style and the running plays that were called that were just, to me, just ridiculous. I don't want to complain too much, but we ought to have more than just one running play up the middle. I mean, I don't get that. That's all he ran. He was in the shotgun most of the game. He just handed the ball off, had Tony Pollard like he was a battering ram. And I mean, it's just, we got to have more plays running than that. It just, but I digress. Hey, we won the ball game. That's all that matters. Our defense, they turned it up when it was needed. We called for Michael Parsons at the end. He showed up. Incredible sack, big sack at the end. And that was big. That was real big. That changed everything. They got pressure after that, and that's why Gilmore made the pick at the end. So big stars showed up at the end. Parsons, Gilmore, all these guys putting pressure on Herbert. It was huge. Big game tonight. Now, we got a lot to work on. Offensively. I'm not satisfied by any means with our offense. We are struggling mightily with our offense. But we had enough in us to win. You can see the relief on the guys' faces at the end. They had a real rough week last week, and they answered the bell tonight with a win. Trust me, as you can see by yesterday, any win is huge. Any win is big. Whoever you're playing, whatever the case may be, it was a huge win on tonight. And every Cowboy fan, while we can all complain and cry and say who did this and who didn't do that and who showed, all of that don't make a difference. We pulled it off tonight. That's the bottom line. It's the bottom line. It's nothing else that could be said. We did what we were supposed to do. We picked it up. We took them down. We came to LA for a win. We got it. And now we go to the bye week. And we got a couple weeks now. We feel real good flying back to Dallas. These guys get a little rest, bodies get to mend up a little bit. And then we got to go on this nice little stretch run. So it's a huge win. Huge win. No question about it. We won in spite of a lot of bad calls going our way tonight. Some of them were justified. I have to admit that. But that pass that Dak, and I think that was Greg trying to mention, that pass that Dak quote unquote missed to Tony Pollard, it's just hard for me to understand how the refs missed the hold that the guy made before, when Pollard got by him. But there was an obvious hold right there that they didn't make it all. And I'm like, hello. It wouldn't have been no more than but a holding penalty. It wouldn't have been a pass interference, but it would have been a holding penalty. But the fact that the flag did not fall at all was troublesome to me. I couldn't quite get that part. He didn't look bad, Jeff Barber. Didn't look bad. It didn't look bad. You know, maybe you didn't see the stats, Jeff. I'm gonna highlight your comment here because the problem with Cowboy fans, as if you're a Cowboy fan, and I'm assuming you are, Jeff. It was a couple passes, Justin, to the tight end, just a couple. Let me see. Jake Ferguson, we don't have one. Jake Ferguson only got one catch for 15 yards. So that's the only one to the tight ends. But I want to address Jeff's comment here. See, Jeff, let me read you the stats just in case you didn't know it. So Dak was 21 of 30, 272 yards, one touchdown pass, and he had 109.3 quarterback rating. And most importantly, no picks. He had also a 7 carries for 40 yards and one touchdown. I don't see how, Jeff, you could say he played horrible and he looked bad. I can't see that. I'm going to read it one more time. Dak was 21 of 30. Sure, he could have made some more throws. I'll give you that. 21 of 30, 272 yards, one touchdown. He had 109.3 quarterback rating. Now, that wasn't a Hall of Fame game, but I'll give you that. And it was not a Pro Bowl type game, but what he was solid. And he did not make the mistake like so many anticipate. And when the game was on the line, he drove him down and got him in field goal range. I don't know what else I don't understand how we can say he looked just bad. He didn't. Maybe he didn't see the whole game. I don't get that. I don't know what more you want to do. Now, the problem with Cowboy fans when it comes to Dak, of course, is that a lot of them, because he gets paid a lot of money, they want him to have Mahomes type numbers, and that's not Dak's game. He's an efficient quarterback. He's not throwing for 340 and 3 touchdowns and all that. That's just not his game. This is the game that you want. I didn't want him throwing this much, but he didn't make the mistakes. So I don't know what else you want him to do. I guess you want him to have a perfect quarterback rating. Maybe that's what it was, because trust me, a game that was this rough, and you look at the stats and say that your quarterback had 109 quarterback rating, that's pretty good. That sounds like he was efficient to me. 21 to 30, 272 yards, one touchdown running. We all right. Yeah, I mean, I ain't out here, and I'm not going off on him because I believe Jeff is a Cowboy fan. I just don't think he may have not looked at the stats. It's kind of hard to argue when your quarterback has done that. We give credit to Purdy and people like that for stuff like that, but they want Dak to be Joe Montana. You know what I'm saying? If that was Purdy's numbers, everybody be saying, "Whoa, what a game by Dak! What a game!" Justin, the Chargers. The Chargers were second to last coming into the game in defense. The worst defense, other than them, was the Denver Broncos. But tonight, they played, or either they played, or we made them look like they were a better defense than they were. I don't care what it was. We got the dub. That's all that matters to me. I don't care if it was by 1 point, it was by 90 points. It don't make no difference to me. We won. That's all that matters. We won the ball game. I don't care if it was by half a point. We won the ball game. And we wanted to go. We had a chance. The bigger picture, as I said before, and I'm gonna keep saying it. You did not want to lose tonight when Philadelphia lost. I'm not worried about. I'm not worried about 49ers. However, when the 49ers lose, because they had the best record in the conference at the time, and you got a chance to gain a game on them, you need to take advantage of it. We did that tonight. You did not want to lose this game in the case of Philadelphia because the Cowboys were already 2 games behind. 2 games behind. If they would have lost, then we would still been 2. But because Philly lost and we won, now we're on a 1 game behind, and we got to see them twice. So Philadelphia is in our hands. We can take over them by. I'm serious. Just stay close, and then we'll roll the punches and go at them, when we can. So going to the bye week at 4-2. Of course, it could have been a little bit better than that, but going into the bye week at 4-2 at this point, I'll take it. I'll take it. I'll take it. Yeah, we like G-Ball said, we want to be picking around December. Hey, when you got a chance to stack wins and it affects the division or the conference or whatever, you got to take advantage of that. When the people ahead of you lose, Philly and San Francisco lost, you got to take advantage of that. That's called knocking 2 birds out with 1 win. 1 stone, as they say, but 1 win. We caught up a little bit with them, so we'll take it. Now, heading into the bye week, Mike McCarthy has a lot of work to do because I don't understand the creativity of the running game. Every play was a run up the middle as if Zeke Elliott was still on his team. Running them up, ran Pollard up the middle, ran Rico up the middle as a battering ram. And I don't understand why we don't run something else other than that. These guys that I call, especially Pollard, he's most effective when you can get him outside the tackles. I'm not saying he can't run inside the tackles, but that's where he is. You just can't keep calling plays and run him up the middle. I don't get it. I don't get it. And it was just mind-boggling to me to see that. You got Cooks, who they finally ran a jet sweep around. So you get outside these guys. Joey Bosa had a hamstring issue and a bad toe. Khalil Mack is not that fast anymore. Not like that. You run outside on these guys. I don't get it. Dak had to make some big plays because the big plays weren't coming nowhere else. It was really him. And I know some of you looking at these highlights, the way he got out the pocket, and look, make the proper call, proper read. The rest of the guys did it all. Pollard made that broke that tackle, and hey, I don't know, looked like Dak was halfway running for his life, but he was solid. I don't get it. I don't get it. I didn't like the creativity or the game plan. This is obvious that was the game plan because Mike McCarthy kept running the same play. Yeah, and he came from every position, different formations. Ran an I, ran straight up the middle. Ran shotgun, both sides, running straight up the middle. Ran a little off tackle. The off tackle ran straight up the middle. And I'm just like, y'all must really think Zach Martin moving people because that's everywhere they ran. That's what they ran to. We're going to run behind Zach Martin. Zach wasn't moving nobody. Zach Martin didn't move nobody tonight. I don't get it. That's really my complaint for the night. But yeah, I'll take it. I'll take it. And the truth of the matter is, ladies and gentlemen, is this. And I call it like it is. I ain't just the greatest Dak Prescott fan in the world. I'm not. There's a lot to be desired from me when it comes to Dak. But on tonight, I believe it is safe to say, offensively, we all know the defense held us in without a doubt. But offensively, if it wasn't for Dak Prescott, and please don't say CeeDee Lamb, somebody had to throw it to him. CeeDee had a big game. But if it wasn't for Dak Prescott tonight, we would have got blown away. And that's the truth. So the same way I criticize him is the same way I'm going to give Dak Prescott the credit tonight. He was big tonight. Look, he's not going to gain any MVP votes for it. But like I said before, number one, he did not make the critical mistake. And when the game was on the line, one of the things I say he don't do, but Dave Williams, I ain't got nothing to do with that. My defense made them. And I know you're not a Cowboy fan, but I appreciate you popping by. But my defense made them miss a lot of opportunities. If you're watching the game, you know what I'm talking about. The defense showed up tonight. That's the bottom line. But when the game was on the line, Dak Prescott made the drive, got him in field goal range, and he put him in position. But you know how y'all Cowboy fans are now. Y'all want the touchdown. Y'all won't give him the credit. So, but I will tonight. He was huge tonight. He was huge. He was big. He was big tonight. No doubt about it. He was. And I'll take it on tonight. As you can see, it's not Josh Allen, ESPN highlighting the top 10 plays. But when you talk about solid and efficient, you can't take it away from him tonight. He did good. He did. We'll take it. No question. So I'm going to hurry up and get out of the way. I am going to, you're exactly right, Justin. It is a road win. It's hard to win on the road. They pulled it out tonight. Flight home is going to be a whole lot better tonight than it was coming out of San Francisco last week. They handled the business. They came for the win. They got it. Now we're 4-2. Well, the defense stopped them, though, David. They had opportunities, but the defense stopped them. They got in that one to tie the game. They got in that one. They got in. I mean, the Cowboys can say the same thing. We got down there. We could have had more than one touchdown, but the Chargers played good defense. We had to kick the field goal. My defense should have had a lot to do with the Chargers not getting right. So, yeah. Darren, yeah. Ron Bland was huge tonight. Should have had that pick six. No doubt about it. So, we'll take that. Now, I'm done because I got to go to bed. I got to go to work. That's just a small thing. Of course, I'll break it down and, we got 2 weeks kind of to do this. But this is the way you want to go into a bye week, especially after such a bad loss to San Francisco last week. And the guys did, in spite of just the one thing we ain't got, between the bad play calls of McCarthy and Lord have mercy, the horrible penalties that we get, which is just, it is killing us, man. Penalties are just murdering us. And I don't know what, every week we say the same thing, and it seems like it just keep getting worse and worse and worse and worse in penalties. And you can't go into, you can't have these type of penalty yards going against some of these other good teams. You just can't. you're gonna shoot yourself in the foot. And I'm not saying San Diego was not a great team, but they're not considered the upper echelon of teams in the NFL. But we got to do better. We have to. We got to do better. Got to make it happen. Somebody tried to grab Michael Parsons in the crowd. The security jumped in real quick. I know some of y'all see that like it's crazy. Okay. I'm opening up the lines now because I don't want to be the only one talking. I know you guys. Eastside ain't coming in, man. He don't want to. He want to try to show up when the Cowboys. Well, he showed up when the Cowboys win and lose. He gonna try to knock it down and all that kind of stuff. We ain't studying with the Eastside here. I got to say. I let him talk a little bit. I told him his criteria is if he get in order to talk, he got to win. And they won, so I let them yip a little bit. But phone line open, y'all. It's there. 901-654-6853. We'll let y'all talk just a little bit before we cash it in for the night. Big win tonight. Cowboys win, man. Big win. Big win. Phone line open. 901-654-6853. You guys can call in now real quick if you want to. If not, I'll just read your comments. I wasn't worried. I see Dylan says that Cowboys did a defense a lot better than I expected on slowing down Eckler. Well, let's look at his stats. See, I'm not surprised about Eckler's stats because I know who their offensive coordinator is. And I know that Kellen Moore is allergic to running the football. Eckler had 14 carries.
Call from
Greg.
All right, I got Greg here. What's up, Greg? I say before you say something, Greg, Eckler had 14 carries for 27 yards. And, of course, no touchdown. So, obviously, they didn't let him get loose. But I also I know Kellen Moore well enough to know from past years' experience, even with two pretty good running backs, is that he's allergic to the running game. I told you he was going to put Herbert in the shotgun. Let me see how many times Herbert threw the ball tonight. Herbert was 22 for 37, 227 yards, 2 touchdowns. See, it ain't a Kellen Moore offense unless your quarterback throws the ball at least 35 times. And that's not what that's not a good remedy. That's the reason why he had to leave Dallas. That's the reason why he's there, and they're gonna find out there. Eckler's gonna want the ball a lot more, and he ain't gonna get it because that's just not Kellen Moore. I'm sorry, Greg. What's up, man?
Coach fired.
Yeah.
Well, I'm thinking about this game. Dak needs a game like this.
Yeah. Yeah,
he needs a game like this because his confidence was weighing.
Yeah.
He needed a tough game. When he ran that touchdown in the red zone, I thought, okay, he got a swag, but he missed a couple of touchdown passes, but hey, the defense was on it. The offensive line didn't play really good, especially in the pass blocking. They won't play good. We pretty much had a good game, but now we need to have some pieces, especially in the running game.
Yeah.
We need to run. We need to call Arizona and get that big bull.
So you want that's what
I'm talking about. James.
You want Connor?
Yes. Get about 20 carries a game. Yeah. And get about 20 carries a game.
Okay.
Y'all ever do it.
I don't think I like about Connor is he stay hurt too much for me. But I understand why you're saying you need a banger. That's really what you're saying.
You need a banger. And take the pressure off of Pollard also.
Yeah.
Pollard can be used as he's supposed to be used.
I got you.
A weapon.
I got you. Appreciate you, Greg. Thank you so much, man.
All right.
Big win tonight. We ought to be happy tonight.
Yes.
All right.
Yes, big win. Big.
Big
All
win.
right.
Thank you. All right, phone line open again. You can call in at 901-654-6853. Got a few calls I'm gonna take tonight. Big win, y'all. Not gonna go crazy over it. Not gonna, it's just a big win coming off a horrible loss last week. This is the 49ers. This is a big game, and we want. See, I thought I stated that the Cowboys had 15 plus pressures tonight. They only had one sack, but trust me, Herbert hit that ground a whole lot tonight, and 15 pressures will shake up a quarterback. If you're running, for your life, if you're trying to figure stuff out. So in other words, what I'm trying to say is, although it didn't show up in the sack, he was huge tonight. The defense pressures.
Call from
Justin.
Hey, I got hey, what's up, Justin? What's going on? Appreciate you, man. Thank you for popping.
Oh yeah, doing all right, big time.
What's up with you? How you feeling?
Right.
How you feeling?
All right.
How you feeling tonight? You good?
No, I'm good. I'm glad we got that win. That's the main thing. We got to win.
That's all that matters.
I'm trying to think. Yeah, that is. That's right.
That's right.
Now, if we play like this in a couple of weeks, I mean, we'll have to. You think we'll have to step up? We'll have a good rest up the week coming up.
Well, let me put it this way. As we know, the weather is about to change, and some of these road games, you're gonna have to be able to run the ball. And I'm not saying we can't, but we're gonna have to look a whole lot better, because the last thing we want, even though it worked okay tonight, you don't want the just to be one-dimensional throwing the ball tonight. Dak Prescott was our leading rusher tonight. I mean, that's not a good recipe. I mean, even though them 40 yards were big, the run that he scored on the touchdown was huge, and him getting out of the pocket and scrambling was huge tonight. And it does add an element to the game, but you don't want him leading your team in rushing. There's just no question about that.
No. That's right. That's right. It's right there.
Turn your phone down. Turn your phone down.
Okay, my bad there. Big time.
You okay?
Yeah, it's messing up right now. It was you hollering at you, and I'll get back on here.
I appreciate you, man. Thanks for calling in on me.
Yeah.
We'll see you on. Look.
Yes, sir.
We'll see in a couple of weeks.
Yes, sir. We'll see you, big time.
I appreciate you, man. All right, Gary, my brother in here. Gary said, how many times did we run the ball and they were already in the backfield? Exactly. I don't care if we had Barry Sanders. Not going to be successful running with three guys in the backfield before you hand it off. You want to run the ball, they need to block. I give you that, but as I said earlier, and you're right on that, but we ran the same running play all night long, and that was just running up the middle, and I don't get that. There was no creativity tonight. The only creativity was it was the same play. It just came from different formations. And I just didn't understand why we had to do that. I don't, especially when Joey Bosa was out there. It is what it is. Joey Bosa was coming off injury with a bad toe. You could tell he wasn't right. And they kept putting him out there. And he has a hamstring issue from what they said. Run straight at him. You got to just bang it up the middle. Run straight at him. He can't. His body can't hold up right now. That ain't, that ain't Joey Bosa. I don't know who made it up in their mind. It's a game plan, but you got to do better than that. But we took care of it though. We did just enough.
Yeah, this is Gary.
Hey. What's going on?
Hey, what's going on, man?
What's up with
What's going on? Big win tonight.
Big win.
Big win. We a couple things that I recognize tonight, man. The offensive line disappointed me tonight.
Yeah, that's what Gary was saying just now.
Yeah. The offensive line disappointed me tonight. We didn't get any push so that the running backs could have some open lanes, so that Dak could have time to really throw the football, step in some throws and throw the football the way that he's capable of throwing it. I mean, he made plays, but he made plays on his own. He got us that win tonight. Him and CD got us that win tonight. Dak played good football tonight. He got us that win. He did a lot of improvising tonight because the offensive line really didn't do him any justice on tonight. So, the guys, it's good that the guys got a bye coming up so that the offensive line can clean up some things. Mm-hmm. But I really didn't like the fact that the offensive line they didn't show up tonight. I was really disappointed in those guys. Mm-hmm. I was disappointed in how they played. I was disappointed in how our secondary, they just played too far back. To me, giving those receivers 10 yards worth of cushion, to me, I didn't understand why they were, playing as far back as they were, playing zone and playing as far back when as much as they were, and giving Keenan Allen as much cushion as they gave him, because he was cutting them up. I mean, he was, and stuff like that, and it really almost cost them. And the fact that I don't understand how we as a football team can play so much dumb guy football. Yeah, we have to be the most undisciplined, unsound football team in the NFL. We have to be, because the things that we do, nobody else in the NFL does. We have to be, and I know we're saying that as fans, but we have to be the most undisciplined, unsound football team. Dead ball penalties. You played San Francisco last week, and you had neutral zone infractions last week, and then you come into the game this week, and you get 2 penalties on the same thing. Mm-hmm. Offside penalties, neutral zone penalties. Yeah. I don't understand it. And then Mike McCarthy says it every week. I'm disappointed in the dead ball penalties. But then you come into the game and you do the exact same thing you say you're disappointed in. So you're not working on, or you're not holding these guys accountable to the point where you're making it hurt. Yeah. You're making it, you need to make them feel it. You need to make them run gases like Jimmy used to do. Jimmy used to make them guys run gases. Mm-hmm. Well, he would just cut guys. Yeah. So that's my take on it, man. I mean, I'm happy for the win, but I'm disappointed in how we played.
Yeah, I think we all share. It could have been a whole lot better and cleaner. But 4-2 sound a whole lot better than 3-3 right now going to the bye week, especially since you gained the game on Philly. And in a bigger picture, you gained the game on San Francisco since both of them lost. So, it's a lot of negatives in here, but the bottom line is, despite the penalties and the horrible play calling and all that, the truth of the matter is these games that we usually lose. You see what I'm saying? It's just good to come in. It's just good to come on the other end of it. So I'll take it. Yeah, man. I appreciate you, Gary. Yeah, thanks for calling, bro.
All right, Bob. All right
now. Bye-bye. I want to address this comment by my brother Shane. I don't know if it all fit there or not. I'll read it. Okay, it did. Shane said McCarthy is going to cost us some games. His decision to go for it and not take the points, and his clock management skills are horrible. 2 timeouts in 20 seconds, and he runs the clock down and settle for a field goal. Actually, it was a little less than 20. You talking about right at there at half. It was a little less than that. But I'm gonna throw this out. Shane. Maybe I don't know who that is, but hold on just a second. Maybe Shane. Maybe the reason why he let that clock go down. How about this one? I want to throw this out here. He didn't want to take no chances because he didn't trust Dak. How about that? Maybe that's the reason why he let it go down. Yeah, he had the timeout and could have called it. But he, that tight little window that's inside the 10-yard line, it looked like, or right at a little outside the 10-yard line, maybe he just didn't trust Dak. Because if it would have been Aaron Rodgers, I guarantee you, he would have called a timeout. You see what I'm saying? Oh, yeah, he would have done that. He would have done it. But I believe that he didn't want to take no chances to not come away with no type of points. In other words, he was scared of Dak making the wrong decision. That's what I think. Hey, who is this on the line?
What's going on, big time? It's Cowboy Jay.
What's up, Jay? What's up with you?
I want to say, I'm tough on that, and I feel like that he did some of the things that we've been wanting to see. Run the ball with his legs, try to extend drive, and make plays. Because what it looked like tonight was, had he not done that, we wouldn't have had them 17 points.
Oh, we got blown away. We got beat by 25 tonight. Yeah. Dak Prescott was huge tonight.
Yeah.
I look, like I said, I don't know if you caught me at the beginning, but like I said before, I don't mean to keep sounding repetitive, but it wasn't a game that you're going to put in the Hall of Fame. I'm not going to say that.
No, it wasn't.
But what he was solid. And when you look at his numbers, I don't know if you heard me before, but he had 109.3 or something quarterback rating. He was 21 to 30 for 272 yards, 1 touchdown, and no picks, and 1 touchdown on the ground. I mean, it was solid to me.
I think you go back and look at that game, that 2021 game, the way we won that game was Zeke and Tony Pollard. Well, we didn't have that running game tonight. As you can see, Dak Prescott was the lead rusher, and we needed every bit of those yards.
Every inch.
And every inch. And I'm starting to see that Mike McCarthy gonna have to figure something out, because it's obvious that he's not comfortable in this West Coast offense, this timing offense of getting the ball out. And he's just not comfortable doing it. And we're seeing they saying throws is open and guys is open, and he's not willing to pull that trigger. And when he do pull the trigger, a lot of times it's an overthrow, or it's just, you can tell he's not comfortable. So
and
they keep saying this a Dak friendly offense.
And also you just throw in the fact that there was some things he just didn't see. I remember that play that they highlighted and showed Jake Ferguson going straight up the seam. There wasn't nobody there. He could have hit him. He could have walked into the end zone. And that was maybe about 40 yards out. I mean, actually was nobody there. He could have done it there. But he didn't see it. And plus, let's throw in the fact that as Gary, my brother Gary said earlier, it's kind of hard to see it when as soon as the ball is hiked, you got to run for your life and try to scramble your way and make a play. And that's exactly what happened for him tonight. He almost looked like Romo tonight. Romo be doing all these Houdini acts, coming out of plays and all that. He looking like Romo tonight, running for his life, making a way out of no way. He looked like Romo a little bit tonight. I give him credit for that.
Well, do you think that we're gonna have to make a trade to get some help on this offense?
I don't see it happening, because no matter even if it's a good trade, we all know the Cowboys like to hold on to their draft picks and all that kind of stuff. So, if they made a trade, it wouldn't be for no a difference maker. The Cowboys usually do trades for depth. They don't do trades for impact. This year here is different, because we don't make trades like for Gilmore and a trade, for Brandon Cooks and all that kind of stuff. We don't usually do that. This is out the norm for us. So I just can't see it happening. But I just didn't like. I think they're gonna be working hard on the running game. They know they got to get it going. You ain't Dak effective because he's better at play action pass than anything. So I think we're gonna be all right.
Right.
I think we're gonna be all right. Everybody don't have the 49er defense. The Chargers look good stopping the run tonight. I give them credit, but I don't think nobody expected Dak to really just play this solid tonight like he did. He was solid tonight. He really was. He had a great game. He had a real good game tonight. He did.
Here's another take I want to say. When Michael Parsons said what he said after the blowout loss to the 49ers, I think that he was on to something, but nobody wanted to hear it because it was coming from somebody that just got their butt whooped. Mm-hmm. And we seen that with the Browns. Mm-hmm. They, Cleveland went in there without Deshaun Watson and without Nick Chubb and was able to do a little stuff. But they played good defense, and they was able to hang around in that game with a daggone XFL quarterback. Mm-hmm. So they not unbeatable. You just got to play them a certain type way, and you got to be physical. So it's a long season, big time, and
long season.
From the Eagles going down, and I think everybody's jumbled in there together. Nobody's that much better than the other team, and every team 2 or 3 injuries away because we seen what happened when we took Brock Purdy, when we took Christian McCaffrey and Deebo Samuel off the field. Brock Purdy looked real average.
Mm-hmm. No doubt about it. It really is a week-to-week league right now. It's a week-to-week league. You could be high as the mountains in 1 week and be all the way down in the valley the next. So it's a week-to-week league. Just you got to win when you can. That's what we did tonight.
It might come down to who got the best field goal kicker. You better get your field goal kickers.
Well, the way
this week right here,
the way that it's looking though, the way that it's looking is this. Who gonna be the most healthiest at the end because it has been some major league injuries so far this year. It have been.
Who can survive?
Who gonna be the one to survive?
You might want to call up Leonard Fournette just in case.
Well, he out there in the street. You never know. He in the street. So you just never know. It just ain't no telling what can happen. So, but I'd rather be 4-2 going into the bye than 3-3. So I'm extremely happy for that tonight. Yeah. Man, I appreciate your call, man.
All right, I like big time. Have a good one.
Thank you, brother. JD, I believe JD, my brother here, JD says that the offensive line couldn't say didn't give any run backs in the room to run to find the hole. They were caving in. That's partly true, JD, but the other part that can't be denied is the play calling of the running game was horrible to me. Because every play that they ran was up the middle. And every play was up the middle. And I'm sitting there like, say, can we run something else? Please. T-Roy Allen. T-Roy Allen said, Cowboys are trash. Chargers have one of the worst DBs in the league. Beat a good team and talk some poop. Eagles would beat you bums by 14 or more. Well, one thing about it, T-Roy Allen.
Call from.
One thing about it, T-Roy Allen. We sure gonna see, ain't we? We gonna see. We gonna see. And I need you to keep this in mind before my brother Gary Atkinson talk real quick. I just want you to remember, because see, since you're an Eagle fan and we Cowboy fans over here, one thing that you know, this ain't talk, these are facts. The last time I checked, Dak Prescott don't have no problem with the Philadelphia Eagles. You tell me what the record is when Dak Prescott played the Eagles. You tell me. I mean, I already know it, but you tell me. Keep that in mind now. Yeah, okay. What's up, Gary?
Hey, what's going on?
What's up with you?
Man,
we won.
Carving up the and we didn't have no problem with the Jets either.
No.
What happens with their 2 starting corners out? Hurt throw 3 interceptions. Look horrible. He throw the ball with 2 men right there. I don't want to hear nothing about Philly. Philly's been looking beatable all year. Anyway, though, man, look, if we play like that, if Dak play like this for the rest of the season, we'll be all right. Yeah. Like you said, he was pulling some Romo stuff. What he was doing was he'll drop back, and if they're coming off the edges, he stepped up immediately. Step up in that pocket, then you can see everything. You can see the field, and he was more decisive when to run. He started taking off with it. And for the most part, he wasn't just looking to pass the whole time. He was looking to get some yards out of it. We need to incorporate more of that read option, especially when we get to the 30 and inside the 30. Because he can bust a big one, and they don't look for him to run because we don't run with him a lot.
Exactly.
And then, look, might need to go back to running that 4 wide and the empty set like he was doing. When we got there, it was easy for us to get completions. Easy completions. Most time it was first downs, but it was at least 7-8 yards. Then we ran the ball. Like if we do that, get a couple completions, it opens up the run. Because if you notice, the biggest runs we had was right after we went 4 or 5 wide.
Here, I don't think it's been nobody, to be honest with you, I don't think it's been nobody that have pushed more. And I ain't saying it because it's me. I don't think it's been nobody that has pushed the 4 wide receiver set more than me and you. I ain't lying. I ain't heard I love all my podcast brothers, but I'm serious. I've been begging for that for a while. That I don't think you can guard it. I mean, it's too much. If you spread everybody out, it makes it a whole lot easier. You can run out of it. You can pass out of it. Obviously, it's there for you. And you're right. That was the formation that seemed the most easy for him tonight. Everything else was everything else was rough for him. But hey,
when they went 4 wide or they went empty backfield and everybody was spread out, it was man 1-on-1 across the board. He just stepped up and picked them apart. And then I hear all the praise about the defense and Bland. Yes, they made plays. Don't get me wrong, but Bland missed a whole pick 6, then Gallup dropped a whole touchdown pass. They hit him like right in the chest area.
Sure did.
You know what I'm saying? Dak dropped it right in there. And then the defense, they played good. They played good, but it was nowhere near lights out because I seen Eckler kill us on the little screen pass, and then I seen them miss Allen twice for touchdown passes. If they would have connected, then it would have been a different story about the defense. But I don't hear nobody talking about how good Dak Prescott played. Because if it wasn't for him, we wouldn't have won that game.
I gave it to him, Gary. So I said, look, it's hard to argue. You know, it's hard to argue when your quarterback got a quarterback rating of 109. I mean, quarterback rating of 109, no pick, 1 touchdown in the air, 1 touchdown on the ground, leading rusher for the night, 272 yards, 21 to 30. That sound incredibly efficient to me. So go ahead.
This is what I've been seeing that he can do. That's why I don't understand why nobody has played a game like this with Dak. Because he can do this consistently. This is what he did in college. All you had to do, man, I've been saying, everybody talking about, McCarthy don't trust Dak. And I don't understand why. I get that last year he had 15 interceptions, but that's not the norm for him. That's not what he's known for doing. If you spread that boy loose, because with Kellen, it was a lot of choice routes, a lot of option routes. It wasn't that he didn't trust his receivers. I just don't think that he trusted that they were on the same page when they seen certain things. So I think that made him kind of hesitant. But this offense is precise. Everybody is supposed to be where they're supposed to be. And I think that's what the difference for him. As far as the passing game, I think he can do that easily. You spread that boy out, let him do his thing, get a couple of completions, hit him with the run game, get 7-8 yards. Like we did earlier, like we did today.
He was quiet as kept. He was big tonight. He was big tonight. As much as I jump on him, I have to step back and have to tip my hat to him tonight. He was big tonight. It ain't no question about it. I will say this though, and whoever put that down earlier, Gary, I think it was Shane who said, okay, we had a time out there at halftime and you had 9 seconds left. You could have tried to, you was inside the 10-yard line. You could have had a play and tried to score. But he let the clock go down to 3 yards, kick the field goal. And I do believe that it is because if it would have been his former quarterback, Aaron Rodgers, he would have took that time out. He would have tried to score.
Yeah.
But I really don't believe. See, you'll find out little moments where you'll find out how people really feel about you. And I feel like that he don't trust Dak. He didn't want to take the chance of Dak turning the ball over. That's why he just said, I'll take this 3 and run. I'd rather go in and halftime at 10-7. 10-7. I really believe he didn't trust him. Yeah, he don't trust him.
I think that too. Yeah. I understand it. But what I need him to do, though, is look at that film and see how efficient he was when he went 4 and 5 wide.
Yep.
Because he could have did that right then, and it would have been something positive. Even if he didn't get it in the end zone, he would have got a shorter field goal.
Yeah, you would have sure you had a timeout. You had a timeout. Just run the play and call the timeout.
I don't think he would have forced it in the end zone, and how he was playing today, he wouldn't have took a sack either.
No,
he should have did it.
If push comes to shove, he know to throw the ball away, throw it out the end zone. He could have done all that. There's no question about that.
Yeah.
But I
both need to look at this film.
Yeah.
And play like and both of them need to say, hey, this is how we need to play ball right here.
Yep, no doubt about it. Man, I appreciate you, Gary. Thank you so much, brother. Thanks for hitting me up.
No problem, man. Thanks for having me.
Yes, sir. You did call it, Terry. I see you in there. You called 24-21, if I'm not mistaken. You almost right on the head. Perfect. All the close game. We pulled it out. That was the bottom line. Listen, I got time for maybe one more call. 901-654-6853. Again, big night. The more that you bag up and look at it, you have to appreciate Dak Prescott tonight. And like I said, I'm one that will call him out. And as I've always said, if he play like trash, I can't say he played like trash. But I also said if he play good, I'm going to come right here and say he played good. And Dak Prescott played good tonight. Matter of fact, had the truth be told, on a smaller stage, this is one of his better games in his career. I'm serious. Where the game really was on him. The thing that I said the most about it, you don't want the game in Dak Prescott's hand now. I've said that. I ain't bagging up off of it. I've said it many times. Tonight, the game really was, because it wasn't on running backs. It wasn't all of offensive line because they didn't get it done. It was on Dak Prescott tonight.
Cowboy Marlon.
It was on Prescott, and he showed up big tonight. All right, I got one of my best friends on here. Marlon Haynes, what's up, Doc? Cowboy Marlon in the house.
How about them Cowboys?
Hey, we'll take it. 4-2 sound better than 3-3 going into the back. I'll take it.
Well, not only that, but you remain in contact for the division league. I've heard a lot of coaches around the league say when the season starts, nobody really talks about the first thing you got to do is everybody's got to go, let's try to win our division. If you do that, then the playoffs take care of itself. You ain't got to be like, well, let's try to make the playoffs. No, you just try to win your division.
Mm-hmm.
At this point, Dallas is in control of their own destiny. Theoretically, they're tied with Philly. Yeah, I know Philly's got one loss and Dallas has got two, but you play them twice. All you got to do, if you beat Philly, I believe they come to us first. Mm-hmm. You're in the lead. Yeah, you're tied, but you got the tiebreaker there, you see.
Mm-hmm.
So what I'm saying to you is when the season started, our goal was to win the division.
Yeah.
You don't really have any control whether or not you gonna have home court advantage, or home field advantage rather, because you don't know
what San Francisco's situation is going to be, but you do control your division. And if you take a look at it, let's just look at history. Let's look at facts. Dak Prescott in his division is amongst the most dominant quarterbacks. I think I saw a stat that I believe that Dak Prescott is the second most successful quarterback of all time within his division.
Yeah.
Tom Brady, I think, was one. So I don't know. I think seemed like I remember hearing you discuss this a few months back.
It was me.
What's Dak's? Like his record is ridiculous. Dak is something huge. It's some crazy, ridiculous number within the division.
And it just didn't start now. Dak Prescott is 27-6 against the NFC East.
But here's what I don't understand. If he's 27-6, that sounds an awful lot. Something north of 75, 80% of win percentage within your division.
Yeah.
But when you cut First Take and all these various shows on, they would have you to believe that Dak Prescott just is some kind of clown show. And the Dallas Cowboys, I believe he says that there's an accident waiting to happen. It seems like to me that they avoid more accidents than they have. I mean, he's only got 6 division losses in 8 years. Now, listen, we got to be fair. He's been injured some, and there were some games that he didn't play.
Yeah, he missed at least a few games. And then of course, a lot of people try to throw the record kind of like when Philly beat us last year with Cooper Rush as the quarterback. They try to attribute it to Dak. No, you can't do that. It's a Dak Prescott team. And nobody even count when Dak beat what's the kid name that they had last year? Minshew or whatever his name is.
Gardner Minshew.
Gardner Minshew. And saying, well, you didn't play Hurts. Well, the last time Dak Prescott saw
but Hurts didn't play Dak.
Look, the last time that Hurts played Dak, I was there in Dallas at that game on that Monday night game where we put up 40 and beat the Eagles, I think 40-20, I think 17 or something like that. So
Jalen Hurts got his $50 million.
Mm-hmm.
That's $50 million of salary and supporting cast that he had last year. You don't hear what I'm saying, do you?
Oh, of course.
That's $50 million of supporting cast that Jalen Hurts had last year. So let's look at this. They lost 8 starters off of a Super Bowl team, and they lost both coordinators. As a matter of fact, out of the 2 Super Bowls they've been to last, they lost 4 coordinators. Nobody. Look, I'll be honest with you. I don't think that Mike McCarthy is doing a bad job. They're struggling in the red zone, but I don't think that's all 100%. Certainly, I think play calling is a big piece of it. I think play design is a big piece of it, but I also think some of it's personnel.
Yeah.
You know, you had a tight end last year that was effective in the red zone. You had a running back last year that he might not have been explosive and didn't have the same kind of quickness, but he was effective in the red zone.
He scored 12 touchdowns. He scored 12 touchdowns.
Yeah, that's 12 touchdowns. Yeah. So, you know, I'm not saying some of it is your quarterback, some of it is personnel, some of it is coaching. But I'm going to leave you with this. If I had told you that the Dallas Cowboys were 1 game behind Philadelphia, you might not have thought it would go like this. I'm just saying, however it is. If I said Dallas Cowboys are 1 game behind the Eagles, with both games still out in front of you remaining on the schedule,
we'll take it.
And you told me that the defense had given up under 17 or fewer points in 4 of the first 6 games of the season, you wouldn't take it. But you would say that that's probably surpassing 17 points. The Chargers have a quality offense. Their defense isn't real good, but you just held a top-flight NFL quarterback with personnel. Receivers are good. Play call is pretty good. You got an elite, all-pro caliber running back. You got a quarterback. Whether he's good or not, he's making $50 million a year. You just held them. I don't know what they average a game, but I think you held them substantially under their averages in both yards, points, red zone, all of that. They didn't run the ball well. I think the defense played very well. Odighizuwe is balling.
Yeah. Prior to this game, the Chargers were the 5th ranked offense in the league. fifth ranked offense in the league, averaging over 114 yards running the ball, and they was at 270 some odd yards passing a game. Everything was well below the average tonight. So you know how they go. And then, of course, when he started talking about Justin Herbert, because see, what they'll say is, before the game, they'll say that Herbert is one of the better, the most dangerous quarterbacks in the game. Then as soon as we win, they'll try to knock it down. Like he ain't no good no more. No, your defense give 15-plus pressures in one game. You're constantly hitting them. That's the reason why he was missing throws, because he had pressure on him all night long. He couldn't get set. He couldn't do anything because, even though we got one sack tonight,
That's the most overrated stat in football. Sacks.
Exactly.
Is overrated.
Pressure.
If you go and take a look at the league, what's the quarterback's completion percentage when he's under pressure? It's much lower than it is when he's not under pressure. And the pressure was there.
Yes, sir.
The pressure was there. All right, Bishop. I'll talk to you next time.
Take it easy, bro. Appreciate you so much.
Yes, sir.
All right. Again, hey, I'm about to get on out. He did. What Gary said earlier, here's the most important thing. We'll see what the national narrative is tomorrow. But Gary Atkinson, we'll close with this tonight. When you really break down the game, the defense was more of a bend but don't break defense. A lot of big third downs. They got the team off the field. They weren't just dominant, but the defense was real solid tonight. Anytime you can hold a team under 20 points for a victory, that's good defense. So the defense did their job, but make no mistake about it. Especially since we had no running game tonight, none. All we had was a quarterback that most of us, including myself, in some areas don't quite believe in. And I ain't for that like I just been leaving Dak, all that kind of stuff. I told y'all, with me, you get the real truth. I told y'all that. And if you've been on my show, you know what I've said about Dak on many occasions, that I've said it, that, if the defense is not on fire, and if Dak can't hide behind the running game, then we're going to be in trouble, because I said Dak can't carry us. I've said that. I ain't finna act like that. Well, on the night, he shut me up tonight, because right here's what Gary said. This is the bottom line. This is the truth. It's right on your screen. If it wasn't in Dak's hand tonight, we would have lost. He carried us tonight offensively. He did. And to me, it's maybe because it's just not in a gigantic, even though it's Monday Night Football, even though it's, the whole world was watching, and it's quiet on the set now because the Cowboys won, so the haters done went on to bed and all that. Here's the truth of the matter. This was one of his better games tonight in his whole career, if you ask me. It was. The bottom line is the game was on the line. It was a tied ball game, and it was in Dak's hands. And it was under 6 minutes to go, if I'm not mistaken, somewhere in that area. And he drove us down because it wasn't because of the running game. Everybody want to say, well, CD balled out. Well, who threw him the ball? I mean, CD ain't throwing it and catching it by himself. Somebody had to make the proper throw for him to catch it. So it was Dak Prescott tonight. It was Dak Prescott tonight. CD had a big game, no doubt about it. But who threw him the ball? And then the game score was not a touchdown, because Cowboy fans get real greedy. But you didn't say that about Brady. When Brady put Vinatieri in position to win a whole bunch of football games with a field goal. He drove him down, put him in position, field goal kicker. made the kick. Ball game. Guess what that goes down as? A game-winning drive in the fourth quarter for Dak Prescott. So you will not get no complaints from me tonight about Dak Prescott. And you can call me whatever you want to. I don't care. You can say I'm wishy-washy. I don't care. I just told you when it's time to give them the truth, I'll give you the truth. And when the truth hurts, I'm going to put it out there and say the truth hurts. When he played the 49ers last week, I said he was horrible. Tonight, I got to say Dak Prescott, to me, was excellent tonight. He carried us tonight, and he carried us to a victory. So I'll leave it at that. Last thing that I want to say, Terry, Brandon Cooks had his best game as a Cowboy tonight. But then again, who threw it to him? You see what I'm saying? Brandon Cooks had a big game tonight. Clutch catches, touchdown catch, and one gigantic third down catch. But again, who threw it to him? It was Dak finding him. So I gotta, those guys stepped up big. It was big. Now, one last thing I want to say. Some of you don't understand how big potentially this win was in the case of us and the Philadelphia Eagles. Cowboys might have a chance next week to be in a tie without even playing. Just in case y'all don't know, Miami Dolphins are playing the Philadelphia Eagles next week. And I think they're playing in Philly. But Miami, as we all know by now, can put points on the board. And they play decent, pretty defense too. But Miami can score. So I would not be surprised if Philly drop another one. And if they drop this one Sunday, Cowboys be in first place or tied for it at least. So it was a big win tonight. It chopped the lead down, division lead down, and now we can just sit back and watch and see what happens. And even if Philly pull it off, in a few weeks right after that, they got to come see us. Well, we got to go see them, and I take my chances. So, we back on track. I think Ramsey, they put out something today, Terry, that Ramsey may be coming back. He might be coming back. So we'll see about that. They're going to need him for this game here too. We just don't know how well he is. But it would be a good game for him to come back. A.J. Brown is just unbelievable right now. So you need as many weapons as you can get for him. But Philly lost Slay last week. And now you about to see this band of receivers that would tear a knothole in you between Tyreek Hill and Waddle and the other receiver that they have. I mean, they are loaded. It go both ways. So, but I ain't here to scalp the Dolphins and the Eagles. I'm just happy that my boys won tonight. We can sit back and wait, and we can heal up a little bit and get ready to play the Rams, if I'm not mistaken. I think the Rams are after the bye week. Then we got the Giants, and I think we got the Eagles after that. So, big game. Big win tonight. All right? Y'all have a good night. This was fun. It's always good to go to bed feeling okay, because if they would have lost, I'd have been up to 3-4 in the morning. That's how it is. The Frisco, I know that because last week against Frisco, I didn't go to bed last week till at least about 3:30, 4 o'clock, just in a state of shock of how we look. But now, we did well tonight. We did well. Solid tonight. Very solid. Talib says we got to get more consistency out of Dak, and McCarthy as a play caller. I think the latter is the most one. Dak was fine tonight. Once you look at his stats, he was big tonight. He was. McCarr, there's a lot of question marks. That's kind of stuff that I'll be talking about between now and our next game. Because the bye week is where you do a lot of evaluation and all that kind of stuff. And I think McCarr is a little behind. Oh, I ain't gonna say a little behind, but he's way behind the defense. The defense is carrying the offense. Tonight was not even complimentary football tonight because, well, I'll take that back. It was complimentary football. It was. It just wasn't pretty football. Sometimes you got to win ugly. Sometimes you got to win in a gritty game, and we did that tonight. All right? I'm out of here. Appreciate y'all hanging with me this late at night. I'll be with you at some point this week. Just turn on the notifications, and we'll see what day I'm able to come on. But good win tonight. A win is a win. I'll take it. Nothing else to talk about. All the haters, that's why you ain't have no problem now, because they quiet. Trust me, they would have been in here if we would have lost. I can't find nobody, especially all the 49er fans who bombarded my show last week, all week long. I didn't hear nothing from them yesterday, and they lost. Now the Cowboys won. I can't hear nobody. See what I'm saying? You see how it go? You see how it go? Amazing how 1 week changed things, don't it? Don't worry about it. It's an APB out on them. I'm gonna find them. I'm gonna yank them on in here. There's two in particular I'm looking for. As I always said, I ain't hard to find. But now all of a sudden they ain't nowhere to be found. Ain't that something? I love it, y'all. All right, y'all have a good night. I'm out of here for real. Once again, thank y'all for hanging with me. And we'll see you later this week at some point in time. Until then, ladies and gentlemen, Cowboys win. This has been the Big Time Show.